Hey everybody, we are going to mess around and set up a collage from our photos. So let's do this now. Let's start with creating a new file, and let's create something that's say 8 inches, 8.5 by 11. Now, one thing, remember, you need to have your measurement set first here. So if we did centimeters and start typing in, then it would change if we go to inches. So I want to start with inches. And let's make something that's say 11 inches by 8.5. My DPI I could change, 600 is fine. I'm going to change this to RGB color. My background, I could make it transparent. I could make it white. Doesn't really matter right now. So I'll just keep it transparent and let's click create. Now, when you import a photo, there's a couple ways you can do it. First is you can import and place embedded. So I'm going to take a photo right now and place embedded, and I'll have to go to my folder, in my downloads folder, and go to photos, and let's take the first one here. Now, this one we did place embedded. Understand the difference between place embedded and place linked. If I did place linked, it would place from wherever you have the file in your computer, but it won't actually take the file in. The problem with that is if you move to another computer or if your folders are moved around, you won't see that file anymore. So it does take more file space. However, place embedded is a better way to make sure you will always have that file still linked in. All right, now, next thing I want to show is this. If I want to reshape it, once I've placed, I can still reshape it. However, if I just click it here, right now it's moving around without changing the size. That's good. Sometimes it'll move around in a different way like that. Okay, so right now, when I'm not holding shift, and this actually sometimes can change, when I'm not holding shift, I keep my aspect ratio. When I do hold shift, it changes. It might be the opposite when you mess around with it, but you always want to keep aspect ratio for certain things. So the shift key is very important. Okay, so there we go. That was one way I could place a file in there, is just go to place embedded. Another way you can do it is just go to your folder and drag and drop. So if I want to drag something in, there it is. Okay. And again, this one is keeping the aspect ratio, which is good. Hit enter, and there it is. Let's do another photo. Okay. Oh, look at that family right there. All right. I can place that in here. Drag it over a little bit. Now see how I'm holding shift, it messes everything up, or messes up the aspect ratio. Let go of shift and it'll stay proper. All right, another one. Let's see here. Oh, I forgot to hit enter. So let's hit enter. Now let's do another photo. Here we go. There we go there. And I will drag and keep the aspect ratio. Boom. Enter. Do another one. Okay. There we go. And I'm not too concerned if I am going to be messed up a little bit here with it, with the spaces and all that stuff. It's just for what we can mess around with. Okay. And let's see, anything else we want to do? Maybe drop one more. So I hit enter again. And do one more. Here we go. Here's a vertical. Try it again. There we go there. And we'll keep that aspect ratio what we want it to be. All right. So we'll have to mess things around a little bit. Now, the next thing I want to show is this is just an idea of layers again. Okay. Layers, just think of just different things stacked on top of each other. And if you have different things stacked on top of each other, you might not be able to see what's below it. So this picture, for instance, is layered on top of this picture, so we can't see it. If I wanted to bring the other photo up, I would click in the layers side over here, and I would just drag up to put it in front. Now, that might not be the best option for me, right? But I just want you to get the idea of how layers are working here. Okay, we have that other photo over here, which I would like to have and somehow keep here. So I can maybe drag it up there. Maybe I can drag this down a little bit like that. Okay, whatever we're going to do here. And it's not great, so maybe I'm going to get rid of it. If I don't want a layer, okay, let's say it's going to work better if I don't have this extra photo in here. That's fine. I can go to my layers, click on it, and just hit delete and throw that in the trash. Okay, and it'll confirm it. So there we go. There's a little idea of the layers. If after you enter something in, if you have this box, you can immediately resize it. You can also hit Control-T or Command-T on a Mac, and you will see up above the sizing right here. So I can just click and drag and make this bigger or smaller, however I need to go with that. Okay, like that. And then I'll still be able to move it around a little bit. So T stands for transform. I hit enter, and there we go. All right, the last thing I want to show is just some border stroke things for this collage, because it might be helpful to have some bordering going on. Okay, I'm going to move this over a little bit here. There we go. All right, so how do we do a border? With a border, you are going to go on any layer. You're going to right-click and hit blending options. Okay, and from there, you will see options for stroke. Now, if you see here, I have an orange stroke, and this is on a bottom layer that you're not even going to see right now. So let's leave it as that one. Let's not even worry about that one because that's on bottom. Let's do another one here. So again, right click, blending options, stroke. Okay, and if I click on it, now I can change the color. Now you could go around, pick whatever color. If you know values, you could type in the RGB. Okay, a fast way to go between black and white is just typing the values. For black would literally be 0. Okay, 0 is black. If I want white, it would be 6 Fs in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and that will give me my white border. All right, if I want to change and adjust the size of that border, I can just kind of shrink it down a little bit there. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, and there we go. We have one border done. Let's do another border. Right click, go to blending options, go to border or go to stroke, and it should remember wherever it was in the same spot, it should remember what you did for the last one. So this size and color matches up what I did for the last border. So I can click OK for that. Another way to get to it if you don't right click is you can just double click on a layer, and that will pop it up as well, and I can hit stroke. All right, and let's do the last one. Double click, stroke, and there we get my white border. Okay, now one last thing to show you. In our layers, if you want to hide something, let's say you want to put something on top of something else, or you don't really want to delete it because you're not sure if you want to keep something or not, you always can click on the eyeball that shows visibility. Okay, so notice how if I click on this, it will hide things. Also, even within the stroke, you see more eyeballs, you could hide more things. If I had a lot of effects going on, I could hide all the effects, but that also immediately changes the stroke too, so I can change my stroke as well. All right. Okay, once you're done, I want you to create this, save it as a PSD, a Photoshop file, and export it as a JPEG, and that's it.